take a loss, I find a piece of me that's missing. Get up, climb back to the top. All the kings fall to their knees as I assume the position. And it only took a second for me to see the truth. They look for reasons to hate you. They're scared of what you can do. I tell them all, if you want it, then you can come and take it. But I'm not faking, I'm the best in the world. I'm undisputed. It's just a matter of time. I said, if you want it, then you can come and take it. But I'm not faking, I'm the best in the world. I am undisputed. It's just a matter of time. I said, if you want it, then you can come and take it. But I'm not faking, I'm the best in the world. I've been the realest one since the first day that I came. Now I show no remorse to the ones who brought me pain. Had to burn a couple bridges, let them go up in flames. Now they mad and they calling me insane. And it only took a second for me to see the truth. They look for reasons to hate you. They're scared of what you can do. I tell them all, if you want it, then you can come and take it. But I'm not faking, I'm the best in the world. I'm undisputed. It's just a matter of time.
Welcome to UCW World Class. To start us off, we've got Hayden Hardaway versus Robert Turner in an Extreme Rules match, and then Chris Majors, Niles Kaplan, and Bryce Caldwell will go at it in a triple threat elimination match. This match is to represent the UCW World Class Tag Team Division. As I said earlier, I just do not have the brain power to call a tag team match. I thought about it, put them on the cards, was getting in the mindset for it, and I was just like, man, this would be just better if it was 3 people instead of 4. Then Adam Thomas will go at it against Jonathan Cross. Adam Thomas looking to keep the winning streak alive, going for number 2. Alex Hart takes on Luis Sanchez. Both these men going at it for the UCW Television Championship. Luis Sanchez defends. And then our main event of the evening, Ellie Clark and Helena Handbasket will be going at it in a one-on-one Extreme Rules match to unify the UCW Women's Television Championship and the UCW Women's World Championship. Yes, sir, we got another show. Sunday is our long stream. I do Awakening, World Class, and Friday Night Fights all in one night. Hayden Hardaway taking on Robert Turner. To start us off, ladies and gentlemen, this is World Class. It is good to be back. One of my favorite shows that I put on. The controller fell. Oh, shit. A. Thank you. Thank you. Sitting here pressing A the whole time. Hayden Hardaway, ladies and gentlemen, a scary man indeed. This man, the first ever UCW European champion. How the mighty have fallen. He also has a long entrance. I'm skipping it. I'm skipping it. I don't care. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, we've got none other than Robert Turner. That could have been bad. I almost forgot to start recording for YouTube again. Robert Turner making his way down to the ring. Yes, sir. Breakdown will be Friday. I know it seems like it's really far away, but judging by how my days go, it'll be here before you know it, brother. And if you are looking to see Azriel Black, you can always go check out the YouTube videos, the long form or the short form. I believe he was the first match of the night. You can check the chapters, because I do that now. Shout out Creed, always making me do better. He didn't make me do better, but he does it, and I figured if he does it, I should do it, because if he putting that work in, I'm gonna put that work in too. And that's on some blow up together shit. Robert Turner in the middle of the ring. Both men ready for action. Robert Turner, Hayden Hardaway for real this time. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. I got my butt kicked technically, but I'm not taking that L. I'm better at this game than that. I don't know what was just happening, to be honest. Huge kick to the face. 2K does do 2K things. That is a very good point. He's got him by the head, throwing Robert Turner down. Hayden Hardaway looking much more in control all of the sudden. Very good to see, personally. Running across the ring, double axe handle, drops down onto his opponent. Forearm across the back, throws him over. Huge punch to the face. Hayden Hardaway tosses him over. He is like 7 foot everything. Going for the cover. I don't know why he's so tall. He just be that way. We love him the way he is. Hayden Hardaway wrenching the neck back of Robert Turner. Huge punch to the gut. Meeting him with some big attacks. Clothesline does not knock Hayden Hardaway over. He's got him by the back of the head. Huge elbows. Big chop across the chest from Robert Turner. He could. I mean, he probably got to, like, do this while he in it. Like, you got to definitely hunchback in that mode. But he could probably get in one. Whether or not they let it run with him in it is a completely different conversation. Big kendo stick shot across the head of Robert Turner. The Sheriff not very good in this match so far. Getting his ass kicked, kind of. Got him by the body. Robert Turner fighting back finally. Big punches to the head. And another. Robert Turner gets Hayden Hardaway down. Not an easy feat. And another big elbow connects. Robert Turner picking Hayden Hardaway up to his feet. Double axe handle knocks him back down. Catches him with the big punch. Ripcord knee from Robert Turner. Hayden Hardaway goes crashing down to the mat. Pulling out that table. Robert Turner slides it in. Hayden Hardaway waiting. Going to pick up the table. Big DDT from Robert Turner. Not sure why you'd focus the table and not your opponent who just got in the ring, but I'm just a commentator. Robert Turner catches him, a huge knee, lays out Hayden Hardaway. Going for a cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Hayden Hardaway gets out of that one in the nick of time. Slides under the ropes. Going back under the ring. It looks like he's pulling out that extra long ladder that we only have under there in case there is a ladder match. Robert, you cannot be using my utensils for destruction like this. Supreme Knight, welcome in, brother. How's it going? Glad to see you. How's your Sunday going? What was for Din Din? Hayden Hardaway throws Robert Turner onto the ladder. Gets him into the ring. Hayden Hardaway goes back under. He's got a kendo stick. Across the back of Robert Turner. And a drop kick takes out Hayden Hardaway. Not a drop kick. More of a kick just in general. Robert Turner dumps Hayden Hardaway down onto his shoulders. Collar and elbow tie up. Throws him into the ropes. Hayden Hardaway sends Robert Turner onto the ladder on the outside. Please hit the spot. Please hit the spot. Y'all have done this every match in every stream. Just hit the spot. Go through the ladder. Hayden Hardaway taking a second to breathe. Robert Turner makes his way back into the ring. Stumbles into his opponent. Robert Turner avoiding catastrophe with that one. Throws Hayden Hardaway over his head. My Southern showed in that one. Going for a pin. Only a count of 2. It is very hot here. Red beans and rice sounds fantastic. Gonna have a contest to see who kicks who out of the room. That's the best kind of contest. I love those. I usually lose. I usually get kicked out first. Hayden Hardaway setting up a table, looking to do some big damage to Robert Turner. He's got the chicken wings. Drops him down on his head. Not sure what kind of pedigree that was supposed to be, but it did a lot of damage. Robert Turner somehow able to kick out at 2. Underneath the ring, Hayden Hardaway grabs a steel chair. Slides back in. Robert Turner takes the opportunity to get the hell out of Dodge. He's got a sledgehammer. I mentioned Triple H once. That was it. You had ice cream and you're lactose intolerant? Yeah, you losing that one, big dog. You losing that one. Into the corner. Robert Turner looking to gain some momentum. Going for a big punch. Ends up running into Hayden Hardaway's elbow. He's got him by the face. Picks him up and slams him down. Hayden Hardaway going for a cover on Robert Turner. Only a count of 2. Hayden Hardaway confused, besides himself on how he is not. Damn! Hey, bro, you can't just be stepping on people's faces like that. That's uncalled for as shit. Big kendo stick shot across the knee. Throwing Robert Turner like a sack of potatoes. Hayden Hardaway going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. That boy is massive. We love him just the way he is. We don't discriminate based off size, shape, color, creed, orientation, criminal record. Well, I take that last one back. Depending on what you did, I ain't rocking with you. But some of my best friends are felons, so. And our next match in this UCW World Class program, we have the UCW Television Championship on the line. Alex Hart takes on Luis Sanchez next. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? They wouldn't do it for the content, exactly. Nobody's trying to go through that ladder. You acting like it's gonna hurt or something. It's a video game, just do it. I wish there was a way to prompt, like even when watching for like doing like just AI versus AI, I wish there was a way to like prompt them to do stuff. Like press a button to get them to do something, set up a spot, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a championship match for the television championship. Making their way to the ring first, Alex Hart. He is your challenger here tonight. This man doing everything he could to climb the ranks, and all of that has culminated in this opportunity here tonight. A shot at the television championship. One of the most prestigious titles in all of UCW Last Gen programming. Held by some of the best names in the game. Don't ask me what they are. I can't remember off the top of my head. At this point, I think we'll get somebody to go through the announce table before they go through the ladder. I agree, but ladies and gentlemen, your television champion has arrived. Luis Sanchez is here. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me if I got quiet, just trying to let you absorb the aura of this man right here, Luis Sanchez. One of the coolest, one of the baddest, one of the best, one of the brightest. Any good things that I can say about this man, I will. Carrying the television division. To say that 7 times fast. And ladies and gentlemen, a better look at the television championship before it is put up on the line here tonight. The announcer getting the crowd ready for action. A good look at the UCW World Class Arena and the current champion, the challenger, ready to go. The bell rings. The match begins. Ladies and gentlemen, UCW World Class Television Championship action underway. The champion taking the fight to Alex Hart early. Drink it in, man. Exactly. Luis Sanchez taking quite a while to get down to the ring, giving you all the opportunity to acknowledge and respect his greatness. Frog splash off the top rope connects. Luis Sanchez going for a cover early, only a 1 count. Stomps down onto the body of Alex Hart. Alex Hart taking that as fuel to the fire, back up to his feet. Luis Sanchez catches him, throws him into the ropes. Drop down, big drop kick connects Luis Sanchez. Up to the top rope. Crossbody connects. Luis Sanchez on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Huge kick. He caught him with that kick as well. Alex Hart throws Sanchez back into the ring. Champ ain't playing, no. Luis Sanchez comes out with a fight. He won that belt and he ain't letting it go. You've seen it every time that he has wrestled in UCW World Class. That man is in a league of his own. It's only a matter of time until he is moved from the television division, once again said that 7 times fast, to the World Championship division. But obviously, as the television champion, he's kind of locked himself in limbo. Alex Hart running around the ring, trying to stop Luis Sanchez from setting up that table. Luis Sanchez just dunks underneath the kick, making it look simple against his challenger here tonight. Moving his table back into the ring. Luis Sanchez playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. Heads back outside to grab Alex Hart, but Alex Hart is too fast, catches him with a big running knee. Collar and elbow tie-up leads to a kick to the gut. And then a big drop down on a Luis Sanchez's head. English, once again, come on. Let's get the English language down. Let's do this. Duolingo. He was going for a neck breaker. It did not connect. Alex Hart able to get the reversal. Moves Luis Sanchez out of the way. By the back of the head, throws him into the ring post. Alex Hart might be concussed after the damage dealt in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Into the steel steps. Luis Sanchez feeling the energy of the crowd, letting him know what his intentions are. He's trying to put that man to sleep, but he misses. The big springboard attack does not connect, and how much of Luis Sanchez's insides just got rearranged after that fall. Underneath the ring, he's got a sledgehammer. Alex Hart knocks it out of his hands. Picks it up and heads in to follow into the gut of Luis Sanchez. Once again, Alex Hart doing a lot of damage to his opponent. He goes up to the top rope. Calls him up to his feet. Big elbow drop. Alex Hart. Luis Sanchez goes down on the underside of that table. Alex Hart calling him to his feet. Luis Sanchez, the champ, should have stayed down. Huge super kick connects. Is that enough for Alex Hart to walk out with the gold? No, it's not. Only a count of 2. Big punch to the face as well. Catches him, slams him down onto the metal bits. Alex Hart once again going for a cover. Only a count of 2. Also, thank you, Supreme Knight, for the subscribe on YouTube. I only know it was you because I know your name. And it also doesn't usually send me notifications when people subscribe to my YouTube channel, so that's weird. Alex Hart props the ladder up. Another opportunity for somebody to go through the ladder. Luis Sanchez picks him up, drops him down onto the ladder. Alex Hart falls off, rolling down on the outside. Sanchez up to the top. Big double axe handle connects. He caught him. Neck breaker from Luis Sanchez. He needs to get him back into the ring to try and walk out with his belt here tonight. Luis Sanchez knows that better than anybody else here. Gets Alex Hart back into the ring, calling him up to his feet. Luis Sanchez with an homage to the greatest of all time, Shawn Michaels, but it does not connect. Alex Hart gets caught with a kick anyway, just not the dangerous one. Adrian Wilk, yo, thank you for the subscribe on YouTube. See, I was expecting that. That's what I was expecting. Once again, thank you, Supreme Knight. 2. Only a count of 2. Alex Hart stomping on the face. Alex Hart, he's got the arm trapped. Focusing on the hand and arms, working the wrist of his opponent. Drops the knees down. Big knee to the knee of Luis Sanchez. He rolls out of the ring. Alex Hart also taking a moment to breathe. Big elbow drop lands. Steel chair down onto the body of Luis Sanchez. Alex Hart giving it everything he's got. Looking to walk out with that belt. Catches the kick. Luis Sanchez has got Alex Hart up. Big knee. Luis Sanchez might have just ended this match. He just needs to get his opponent into the ring. Trash can comes out. Discards it. Luis Sanchez catches Alex Hart with a huge kick to the head. Hart goes right back down. Sanchez picks up the trash can from earlier, gets mad, throws it around. While you work in the mornings? Yes, sir, I appreciate it. YouTube is indeed a good place. I try and post everything so anybody who can't make it to the live streams has a place to go. I also post the long form content, so if for some odd reason you like the sound of my voice, you can just put it on in the background. Luis Sanchez catches Alex Hart. Almost through the ladder, we almost got it, but not quite. Luis Sanchez with a big suplex on the outside to Alex Hart. Big punches to the face. Luis Sanchez 100% in control for the majority of this match. Gets him and throws him into the ring, waiting for it now. Thank you, don't make me a liar. Gets him up to his feet. Luis Sanchez rolls over. Alex Hart caught him. Big reversal. Luis Sanchez, dazed and confused, trying to make his way to the corner. Alex Hart lighting him up with that sledgehammer. Down onto the body. Once again. Ladder is out. Give us what we want. We almost got it, but we didn't get it. I'll take a table too. Alex Hart's got Luis Sanchez. Luis Sanchez able to get a reversal. Drop kick to the knee. Takes him out. Big forearms to the face. Is that enough to get the win? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, after a grueling match, it is no surprise that that little amount of damage is what did Alex Hart in. Luis Sanchez, after a not so spectacular victory, walking out yet again with his television championship. Worldwide is awakening. Come on now, Drew. I almost did it. I didn't do it, but I almost did it. GG's in chat. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match, Adam Thomas versus Jonathan Cross. Can you spot the difference between these two men? I can't. Twinsies. Million. Y'all don't question my education. You're not gonna like what you find. Am I stupid? No. Am I intelligent? Yeah. Making their way to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Reaper, Adam Thomas. I try and keep the energy equal for everybody, but like, he has a nickname. I know his history. I know his lore. I made him Adam Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, known around the world as a loser at the moment. Only 1-9 in his professional record, unless you're counting DTX, where he's got 3 W's. That's it. Adam Thomas making his way down to the ring, our first contestant in this match. It's cool. I don't know the number either. I got the message. A lot of zeros. I'm doing the same thing. Meant to put like 10 billion. Came out and it was like 1,776,000. I didn't even press on the numbers. I don't even know how I got at the numbers. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, on Next Gen. That is your Overdrive World Heavyweight Champion here on UCW Awakening, or here on the UCW World Class. Speaking of, swear I'm a professional. I swear. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Thomas awaiting his opponent. And who might that be? Oh, I'd take like a quarter of it, honestly. A quarter of it would do me fine. I'm not greedy. I'd take half. I'd take the whole thing. But a quarter would be fine, you know? Payoffs, like you said, some student loans. Oh, the joys of that much money. Find a good financial advisor. Invest in some stocks, man. Maybe not. Who knows? Just not gonna put it into crypto. Jonathan Cross making his way down, ladies and gentlemen. Taking a look at the UCW universe before making his way to the ring. Being able to live without being paycheck to paycheck. There you go. That's the dream right there. That's the American dream. Come on now. Not saying he's not good either. I know wrestling fans are quick to jump on everything that you say. Adam Thomas going for a cover. Only one. Into the corner, Adam Thomas. Big knee catches Jonathan Cross. And huge elbows as well. Down onto his neck. Adam Thomas not looking good in this one so far either. Had a couple of moves to start us off, but nothing else. Cena's more like the Nightmare now. What? Jonathan Cross just caught Adam. I don't know if that was a stunner or a DDT. He hit his shoulder, so I'm leaning more towards stunner. Ripcord knee from Adam Thomas. I actually really like. So when Cena put Punk through the table, I really liked that promo. That was the first time that his heel run has actually got me and like bit me. Like his version of the pipe bomb. Because where he even addressed the crowd, where he was just like, as those dates count down, the energy in the rooms are changing. Because it's counting like, yeah, I'm leaving. And yeah, I'm this big bad heel right now, but y'all still love me. Submission not successful from Adam Thomas. Jonathan Cross able to fight out of that one. Huge knee connects. Jonathan Cross falling down to the apron. Another kendo stick coming into play. Adam Thomas. Big punch to the face from Jonathan Cross. Headlock. Flips him over. Huge move from Jonathan Cross. Slides under the ropes. Goes for the ladder. Another long ladder getting set up between the ring and the announce table. Will it get used? Probably not. I will never get the CM Punk Life promo and entrance out of my head. So I liked it, but I hated it at the same time. Big punch to the face from Adam Thomas to Jonathan Cross, because like you could tell somebody wrote those lines for him. Which is fine. I'm not saying he had to write his own lines, obviously. Just like he didn't deliver them very passionately. He delivered them like CM Punk, which is great, but like they weren't. If he was going to like do a real dig on basic thugonomics, and he came out to the song. Like it should have been. It could have been way more. Big cutter barely misses on the outside from Jonathan Cross. It could have been way more, but it was good for what it was. I don't like the fact they edited out him tripping over his words and stuff like that. If y'all gonna put that man out there and have him rap on TV, let him rap on TV. Don't cover up the fact that he kind of botched it. Oh, I started talking shit about CM Punk. The stream got unstable. The powers that be did not like that, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Cross dropping the sledgehammer down onto the body of Adam Thomas. Adam Thomas fighting back, throws Jonathan Cross into the barricade on the other side of the ring. Huge knee to the face. Kick to the gut. Adam Thomas, head trapped. Canadian Destroyer. Down onto his head. Now he's got the arms trapped. Huge knee does not connect. Jonathan Cross able to fight out. Big punch across the face. Poison Rana on the outside. Jonathan Cross not looking good. Into the ring post. Adam Thomas goes spilling down on the outside. Jonathan Cross picks him back up. Throws him into the ladder. He puts him on top of the ladder. Will Jonathan Cross be the man to make my dreams come true? No, he won't. He's just going to stand there and punch him. Adam Thomas fighting back. Cross goes underneath the ladder. So does Thomas. Jonathan Cross catches him. Big kick. Picks him up. Adam Thomas fighting him off. Big punches to the face. Went to catch the face. Once again, saying face all the time. Face. Face, face, face. It's the grocery store in me. Adam Thomas with the ladder. Exactly. Go through the ladder. Just hit the spot. Give me the content. Give me the spot. Huge super kick misses from Jonathan Cross. Flips him over his shoulders. Adam Thomas getting rid of his opponent. Once again into that ring post. You know that did not feel good. Pure steel holding that ring together. Jonathan Cross throws Adam Thomas back into the ladder once again. Puts him on top of it once again and punches him in the side. Adam Thomas rolls off the ladder, takes out Jonathan Cross with a very nice looking sliding kick. That was nice. I liked that. Adam Thomas goes crashing into the ladder moments later. Jonathan Cross caught him. Both men going for running attacks, neither men connecting. Jonathan Cross, not the one who got the upper hand. Adam Thomas has him on his shoulders, throws him down on top of the ladder. Still did not go through it, though. Adam Thomas up to the top rope. Oh, now you go up to the top rope. Cool. Calls Jonathan Cross to his feet. Adam Thomas, flying crossbody connects. He's going over, looking to build some running momentum. Back into the ring. Grabs that kendo stick from earlier and walks back out, looking at Jonathan Cross with evil in his eyes. Adam Thomas catches him. Big hit to the face and another huge knee. Adam Thomas, he's got the back of the head of Jonathan Cross, throws him in. Stomping down in his arm, Adam Thomas going for Jonathan Cross, throws him into the ropes. Big knee misses. Jonathan Cross catches him with a huge kick to the face. Hell's Gate on the way. Adam Thomas not able to fight out this far. It looks deep. Adam Thomas squirming. It looks like he was able to get out. Thankfully, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Cross stalking his opponent. He calls him up. Off the top rope. He missed whatever that was supposed to be. Adam Thomas going for the cover. Only a count of 2. Jonathan Cross. Still fight left in him. As you can see on that knee pad, it does say all day. And it is not just words. Poison Rana connects. Or it's a Frankensteiner. Either way, he dropped his ass on his head. Big knee to the face from Adam Thomas to Jonathan Cross. He catches him forearm across the back. Head pinned once again. Adam Thomas can't get Jonathan Cross up. He fights back. Clothesline takes down his opponent. He's going outside. What's he looking for here? Grabbing the kendo stick that Adam Thomas has been using to use and abuse him all night. Big kendo stick across the body. Adam Thomas back in control. Jonathan Cross goes down. Huge clothesline. More kendo stick shots across the back and body. Up to the top rope once again. 5-star splash from Adam Thomas. Going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Jonathan Cross still in this one here tonight. Adam Thomas seems a little confused in the corner. Moonsault misses. Catches him with a big punch though. Into the ref. Adam Thomas using the loss of momentum to catch him with that big knee, then drops him down on his head. Up to the middle rope he goes. Drop kick misses. Throws him into the ropes. Big knee to the face from Jonathan Cross. Adam Thomas laid out, going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Adam Thomas able to stay out of the way of danger, maybe for the last time. Mounted punches from Jonathan Cross. Adam Thomas is bleeding. Rocking back and forth, taking a moment to breathe. Jonathan Cross hyped up, ready to go. Adam Thomas on his shoulders, drops him into the turnbuckle. Adam Thomas not looking good late in this match. Jonathan Cross with another trash can, throws it down into the ring. Big kick across the head from Adam Thomas. Throws Jonathan Cross over the ropes. He goes to the outside. Up to the top rope. Adam Thomas calls Jonathan Cross to his feet. What's he looking for here? Huge flying crossbody. Takes out his opponent. Jonathan Cross back up to his feet. Adam Thomas catches him. Down onto his head once again. Folding Jonathan Cross in half. He spilled into the steel chairs over by the announce table. Adam Thomas has got his head trapped. He's going for a pile driver on the outside. He gets it. Jonathan Cross not looking good. Adam Thomas back into the ring. What's he looking to do? He grabs the trash can just to move it out of his way. Taking a moment to breathe. Watching his opponent to make sure he's still alive, it looks like. Jonathan Cross walking over to Adam Thomas. Big drop kick misses. Is that what Jonathan Cross needed? Throws him into the ladder. Adam Thomas not looking good. Another forearm across the body. We're not going to do anything with this ladder though, are we? Big punch to the head. Adam Thomas rolls off. So disappointed. I just want to see somebody go through that ladder, bro. Adam Thomas laying on the outside of the ring. Not looking good. Jonathan Cross taking a second to acknowledge the fans of UCW World Class. Suicide dive through the ropes. Jonathan Cross takes out Adam Thomas. Adam Thomas makes his way to his feet. Jonathan Cross catches him. Big steel chair shot. Cross is ready to go. Letting loose on Adam Thomas. Big knee connects. Adam Thomas able to gain himself just a moment of clarity. Throwing the steel steps down onto the body of Jonathan Cross. Adam Thomas is looking for something huge. Looking to use that chair at his feet for malicious intent, not for sitting. But Jonathan Cross catches him with a big kick to the body. Huge knee once again from Adam Thomas. By the back of the head, throws him in. Adam Thomas underneath the ladder. He's looking for something big. What's this gonna be? Big knee! Adam Thomas lays out Jonathan Cross. Is that the end? One has to wonder how many knees can Jonathan Cross take. I guess a couple more is the answer because he took that one and still kicked out. Sweet chin music, Lost Souls. Jonathan Cross, soul snatched by Adam Thomas. Is that the end? No, it's not. Jonathan Cross, one of the only men in history to kick out of the Lost Soul kick. Using the leverage of the ropes, he's going for the cover. Only a 1 count. Adam Thomas trying to put 2 and 2 together. Walk out with this W. Huge knee misses. Jonathan Cross catches him with a kick to the face. Up to the top rope. Adam Thomas makes his way up to his feet. Catches him with a stunner off the top rope. Jonathan Cross might have just ended this match here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Gets Adam Thomas back up to his feet. Throws him into the ropes. Catches him with a huge kick. Jonathan Cross going for the cover. 3. Adam Thomas not able to win. Your winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Cross. An all-out war between these two men, might I add. That match seemed to have go on forever. Forever, ever. Jonathan Cross telling the UCW universe where they can kiss if they got a problem with his victory here tonight. Adam Thomas effectively moving farther down the power rankings. Ladies and gentlemen, next up on UCW World Class, we've got an Extreme Rules triple threat elimination match. We have Chris Majors taking on Niles Kaplan and Bryce Caldwell representing the UCW World Class Tag Team Division. Also, Clown, this is my creative workaround on YouTube thus far. I don't know how I feel about it. I keep forgetting sometimes. Chris Majors making his way down to the ring. I realized at some point it stopped recording. I'm just going to download the VOD. Chris Majors makes his way into the ring, going up, saying hello to the UCW fan base. He's saying hi to all y'all. He big for no reason. I feel short all of a sudden. What I like about Hayden Hardaway, though, is he's huge, but the way that his attributes are set is he's not the hardest thing in the fucking world to beat. That's one. Sorry, YouTube. No, he's not the hardest thing in the world to beat. He's been beat a couple of times by some much shorter people. And, I mean, if he was, like, unfucking beatable, that's 2. Damn. I used 2 in 30 seconds. That's the 2 I get the whole stream. Niles Kaplan representing the Young Lions. Stepping up the stairs into the ring, wiping his feet. Very respectful young man. The best that Liverpool has to offer. And our final contestant in this match, ladies and gentlemen, Bryce Caldwell representing the Terror Twins. This man right here. one of the baddest men on the face of the planet. Like I said, some of my best friends are felons. This man right here, not one of my best friends, because he's in a video game, but he is a felon in my brain. Just because that's the way that his characters are described and the way they're modeled, don't come for me. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso, brain, put words together correctly, please. They had their whole convict thing. They had, yeah, don't do me. You see the resemblance between the Usos. Don't come for me. Play with your mama, not me. Or your daddy. Play with your family, not me. I'm some guy on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, this match set to debut very soon. Not one fall, because it is an elimination match. The bell rings, the match begins. Niles Kaplan already getting worked by Chris Majors. Bryce Caldwell taking advantage of the slip-up of his opponent. Big collar and elbow tie-up, catches him with a kick. Elbow off the middle rope, does not connect. I have not drank water in a second. That is why I feel... Niles Kaplan with the trash can. It's just standing there on the outside while Chris Majors beats the shit out of Bryce Caldwell. Something slight. Chris Majors catches Niles Kaplan as well with a big elbow. Picks him up. Drops him down. Doesn't even follow through for a power bomb. Just throws him. Just throws him. Now taking the work to Bryce Caldwell. Once again, big kick to the face. He's working the arm now. He's got him up. Drops him down. Big elbow drop down onto Chris Majors. Niles Kaplan, all of a sudden, with a little bit of control. Bryce Caldwell pulls out that steel chair. Big shot to the face. Now going to work against the man who's been putting him down all match, but Chris Majors too fast. Big reversal. Niles Kaplan setting up a ladder on the outside. Not sure why, but he can do him. Chris Majors was going for a drop. We're going not a drop kick, but a shotgun kick over the top rope and missed. Did y'all hear how the southern accent and the over? Jeez. I hate my voice so much. The southern has slipped out just a little bit. It's not looking good, folks. JR. Just a full-on conversion. Over the next few months, you're going to witness my voice just completely become JR's voice. Chris Majors slides the table into the ring, moving that steel chair, catching Niles Kaplan. Niles Kaplan too focused on his opponent, Bryce Caldwell. Bryce Caldwell also got caught. Flips him over. Bryce Caldwell, definitely wish Caleb Caldwell was somewhere around. Well, I hate mine too. So I think if you like your own voice, it's a little egotistical. Like that might be a hot take, might be an uncommon opinion, but like somebody who can listen to their voice and be like, yes, I love the sound of my voice. I feel like that's just like liking listening to yourself talk. And believe it or not, I sit here and live stream and talk for 3 hours at a time. I can't stand talking. I sit here in the quiet as soon as that camera turns off. Niles Kaplan got thrown around. Bryce Caldwell now catches Chris Majors. Flips him over. Takes him out. Big suplex. Working Niles Kaplan now. Big combo. Huge super kick. Lays out his opponent. Chris Majors bounced off the apron. Over the rope. Crossbody. Bryce Caldwell. The athlete himself. Now a little bit of double team action. Niles Kaplan and Bryce Caldwell were working together for just a second before this incredible headlock got locked in by Niles Kaplan. Bryce Caldwell gets out of the way. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I played the island earlier. You had to fight a doll? Like a Sister Abigail doll? Please tell me it had some type of like connotation. Or like Cody Rhodes action figure doll, maybe? Like, because I know that's a whole big part of the new chapter. I can't stand the island. I think it's the stupidest idea. I was one of the people who, whenever they announced it, I was like, as a 2K player who plays NBA, y'all don't want the city. It ruined the game. Lily Alexa's doll. Okay, well, at least it fit. At least it wasn't just some random doll they put into the game. Niles Kaplan's got a kendo stick. Bryce Caldwell catches him. Collar and elbow tie up. Onto the ladder. Go for the spot. Go for the spot. Or focus on the table. Chris Majors with a kendo stick walks over to Niles Kaplan, just staring at him because we're not going to do anything after he lands on the ladder. Remember when they would? That was cool. Bryce Caldwell. Big kick to the body of Niles Kaplan. I'm going to name this stream the 2K Crash Out because that's all it's been. Down into the turnbuckle. Chris Majors catches Bryce Caldwell just too quick. Big kicks to the face. Yeah, no, I can see how it'd be odd. It would definitely be off-putting. Like, was it scaled or was it just a doll? Like a tiny ass little like player model that you were having to wrestle against? Flips him over his back. Chris Majors got caught with a huge sledgehammer. I might want to check that DM. I don't know what that is. Well, I know what that is, but what's it for? Bryce Caldwell up to the top rope. Slams down on a Niles Kaplan. He's looking real good. Oh, okay. I'm not going to spoil your show, but thanks for the spoiler. I like that. That's going to be good. Everybody go check out TXW tomorrow. He usually goes live between 6:30, 7:30 CST because Central Standard Time is the best time. Chris Majors does not get the pin on Caleb Caldwell. But no, definitely go check out that man, the Clown Prince, 1981. It's going to be a hell of a show just based off of what I just saw. Big punch to the face from Niles Kaplan. He's peak gameplay. Peak gameplay. He just bounced off the ropes. I love this game. Supreme, hell nah. You got like a soulful ass, deep ass, soothe me to sleep voice. Don't play with me. I'm gonna put your TikToks on before I go to sleep from now on, honestly. Chris Majors throws him into the corner. Got him by the head. DDT. Bryce Caldwell going. Caleb Caldwell, not Bryce Caldwell, going for the cover. Only a count of 2. It was Bryce Caldwell. I'm geeking. Hate hearing my voice. Rem most all the time. Insecure as hell about my voice. I was insecure for a really long time about my voice. And then I just kind of realized like it's not going to change and I have to talk. Speaking is a part of life. There's no reason to be upset about how it sounds. Granted, it's not always that way. I still just like, I wish I would have said that differently. Wish my voice was a little deeper. Wish it wouldn't have been as deep at that moment. But breaking yourself down like that and tearing yourself apart based off of stuff like your voice is not going to do anything for your mental health. It's way easier just accept it and move on and just love who you are for who you are. And I'm a huge hypocrite because that's super hard to do, but like it's the mindset and what I try to do. Niles Kaplan catches Chris Majors. He's going for a submission. Niles Kaplan, a little bit of a submission specialist, I must say. Big kick to the gut of Bryce Caldwell. Niles Kaplan catches him. Chicken wing, drops him down on his head. Going for the cover. Bryce Caldwell able to get out of that one. Catches Chris Majors with a huge punch. Chris Majors with a reversal of his own. He's working the arm. Big elbow to the face. Takes out Niles Kaplan. DDT. Bryce Caldwell. One. Oh, no. Never mind. Sledgehammer down. Breaks up the pin. Yeah, no. I was just trying to be as respectful as possible. Because my significant other, she was just like, you need to be careful because, like, she could just have a deep voice. And I was just like, bro, if that's it, then that's it. And I'm so sorry. But, like, I got to know just to make sure that I am doing my due diligence as a fellow human being. Big punch to the face of Bryce Caldwell. He's got him. Choke. Bryce Caldwell might be fighting out. No. He was able to get out. Injured, though. That was crazy. I've never seen that animation on the health bar. Chris Majors going for the cover. Only a count of 2. Bryce Caldwell makes his way back in. Clothesline misses. Drop kick to the back. Catches him. DDT. Bryce Caldwell just DDT'd the hell out of Chris Majors. Shout out Cretan down onto the metal bits. And Chris Majors has been eliminated into the corner. Niles Kaplan caught with a huge elbow. Rolls around, big kick to the back of the knee. The repeated elbows to the middle of the back. Niles Kaplan felt all of those, ladies and gentlemen. Going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Niles Kaplan does not get eliminated just yet. I am saying Chris Majors. Chris Majors, not Chris Danger. I wish it was Chris Danger. That man never gets at me. It's just like, hey, put Chris Danger in UCW. Y'all best expect an announcement video. That man got 2 million subs or something like that. That's publicity. That's how we all go to the top, ladies and gentlemen. Going for the cover. 2, 3. Niles Kaplan wins. I can't say I didn't expect this. He was kind of whooping their ass all throughout the match. Niles Kaplan, definitely a winner. Former tag team champion. I'm sure the Young Lions are looking to get there soon. And ladies and gentlemen, our main event of UCW World Class. We've got Ellie Clark and Hell in a Handbasket going at it to unify the UCW Women's Television Championship and the UCW Women's World Championship. They will be unifying into the UCW Women's Worldwide Championship. If I could just get the match to load. Thank you, game. The announcer letting the crowd live in the arena know what's going on. Obviously, all of you a step ahead of all of them. Making their way to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it is none other than the UCW Women's Television Champion, Ellie Clark. This woman right here, the first ever UCW Dark Stream Champion, the second ever UCW Women's Television Champion, the first ever UCW Double Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the list goes on and on. The qualifications this woman has to be the first ever UCW Worldwide Champion are endless. But her opponent, Hell in a Handbasket, is known to bow for no woman. Speaking of the devil, ladies and gentlemen, her music hits. There she is, your world champion, Hell in a Handbasket, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, women's division or not. When I got the offer to sign her to UCW, I could not hesitate. I'd put maybe a couple too many zeros down, but we've got our money worth thus far, taking the belt away from the first ever women's champion, Afia Angel, at Behind Closed Doors, and the first ever UCW Women's 6-woman elimination chamber. That was a last man standing elimination chamber match where Hell in a Handbasket defeated Afia Angel herself to walk out with the gold. It's a great name, right? It's a great name. One of the main reasons why I got her. UCW Women's World Championship, Television Championship as well on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd in the arena is ready. Are you? The arena gathering around these two women as the announcer gets the crowd ready. One woman, the world champion. The other, the television champion. Only one woman walks out with gold, ladies and gentlemen. The bell rings. The match begins. Hell in a Handbasket catches Ellie Clark early with a big kick. Huge combo, but Ellie Clark too quick for the old lady. Catches her with a big elbow. And another big combo from Ellie Clark. Catches her with the kick across the head. Off the bottom rope. Cannonball down onto Hell in a Handbasket. Drops the forearm down. Ellie Clark gave Hell in a Handbasket just a moment of dominance, but has come back full swing in this one. Flying crossbody. Huge kick from Hell in a Handbasket. She caught her. She goes back up. Moonsault off the middle rope. Big punches from Hell in a Handbasket. Ellie Clark not looking as good as she was moments ago. Big moonsault connects. Kick across the back from Hell in a Handbasket. Ellie Clark not looking good. A trash can comes into play. Hell in a Handbasket's favorite weapon, barely missing Ellie Clark as it came into the ring. Could have had some conehead action. Ellie Clark with the trash can down onto the head of Hell in a Handbasket. Not what she was expecting when she brought that into the ring. Slides under. Ellie Clark rolls out, catches Hell in a Handbasket by the back of the head. Handbasket fighting back though, big elbows. And a big kick to the face sends Ellie Clark spilling down. Throws her into the ropes. Not quite. Hell in a Handbasket is not able to get the suplex on Ellie Clark. Ellie Clark fighting back. Tosses her over her leg. Big kick to the chest. Ellie Clark, the much more athletic and obviously much younger opponent. Huge kick to the face. Hell in a Handbasket goes spilling down onto the canvas. You had Domino's barbecue chicken stuffed crust pizza. I'm assuming there's just cheese in the crust, right? There's not barbecue chicken in the crust. Ellie Clark was looking for something big. Hell in a Handbasket catches her with a big punch, drops her down on her face. Going for the cover. Hell in a Handbasket, 2. Only a count of 2. I haven't had Domino's in so long. But the barbecue chicken's, bless up, brother. That is amazing. That was one of my go-tos. That or buffalo chicken. And there was a spicy mac and cheese pizza from one of the places back in the town I used to live in. It was more of like a gourmet pizza place, so they did more like eccentric flavors and stuff like that. That stuff was so good. Hell in a Handbasket up to the top rope, awaiting. But they best not give me that option. Yeah, no, that'd be dangerous. I'd be down. It'd be a barbecue chicken cheese stick. That sounds incredible. Ellie Clark getting covered. Hell in a Handbasket going for the W. Only a count of 1. You have such a derpy face, bro. Why are you looking at me like that, Coda? My German Shepherd's staring at me like I'm insane. She got a crazy person smile on her face. Hell in a Handbasket. Big knee to the face of Ellie Clark. Is that enough to take out the much younger contestant in this match? No, it's not. She's able to fight out. She kicks out. Ellie Clark's dream still alive. Hell in a Handbasket looking to be the one to end it. Cretin, it's making me hungry. What was for Din Din, Cretin? Have we had Din Din yet, or are you still stressing over your computer trying to fix everything? I'm just assuming that's how you've been. Ellie Clark discards the trash can. Big fist to the face. Hell in a Handbasket caught the kick though. Able to power out. Into the ropes. Big kick to the face. Going for the cover. Ellie Clark kicks out at 2. This match is still alive. Big drop kick to the face. It's pizza. I'm about to grab another slice, man. Everybody having pizza. I don't know what we're having tonight. They texted me like an hour and a half ago, dinner's done, but I got work to do. But shit, I might go get a pizza. Onto the knee. Spills Hell in a Handbasket over her shoulders. Ellie Clark calls her back up to her feet. She is not done, ladies and gentlemen. Big kick from Ellie Clark, showing that she's still got fight left in her. Drops her down. Stomping on the side. Hell in a Handbasket's got Ellie Clark in a sticky situation. She's working the arms now. A lot of pressure on the wrist of Ellie Clark being applied. Drops the knees down onto the back. And another double axe handle from Hell in a Handbasket. Both champions looking to do whatever it takes to walk out still a champion. Hell in a Handbasket throws her to the ropes. Superman punch misses. Ellie Clark taking the advantage of the misstep of Hell in a Handbasket, but she took too long. Big elbows. Huge kick to the face from Ellie Clark. Hell in a Handbasket barely moving. Throwing the trash can down onto the body of Hell in a Handbasket. wrenching the neck, scraping the eyes. Ellie Clark looking a little desperate for the victory. Huge spear connects. Ellie Clark sends Hell in a Handbasket to the outside. Up to the top rope, Ellie Clark. Hell in a Handbasket making her way up. Big punch connects. Hell in a Handbasket falls back down to the ground. She picks her up. Throws her into the ring. Ellie Clark, I can only assume, yes, she's going for a cover. Hell in a Handbasket suffocating in that trash can. So is Ellie Clark, though. Barely kicking out. Hell in a Handbasket glitching through the trash can. Going for another cover. Using the leverage of the ropes. Only a count of one. We've seen that a few times here tonight. When desperation kicks in. DDT into the trash can from Ellie Clark. Hell in a Handbasket. Is that the end of her reign? No, it's not. Only a count of two. Ellie Clark besides herself on how to get the W. Off the bottom rope, the cannonball misses. Hell in a Handbasket catches her with a big punch. And a couple big knees as well. Or kicks to the knee. Then a knee to the face. And another knee. Busting open Ellie Clark. She kicks up, showing the fight that she's still got left in her. As Corey Graves would say, with that fight forever vibe. Down onto her shoulder, Ellie Clark. Big damage to Hell in a Handbasket. Just trying to put the world champion away. Hell in a Handbasket, obviously with other ideas. The lisps came... They shining through now, brothers. They shining through now. Throws Hell in a Handbasket back into the ring. Ellie Clark up to the top rope. Changes her mind, goes back in. Hell in a Handbasket, taking advantage, catches her. Big. We ain't doing this. Don't avert your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't look at what you're seeing. Thank you, game, for fixing your mistake. Ellie Clark catches Hell in a Handbasket. Hell in a Handbasket fights back. Big elbows to the body. She's got her by the head and another big kick. Hell in a Handbasket calling Ellie Clark up to her feet. Looking to go over that top rope. Huge shotgun kick connects. Hell in a Handbasket going back up to the top rope. I might have gone for a cover there. That's just me, though. Another big forearm connects off the top rope. Hell in a Handbasket might have damaged her wrist with that one. Going for the cover. Only a count of two. Ellie Clark still in this one. She catches her, drops her down on her face. Hell in a Handbasket. Underneath the ring now, what's she looking for? A steel chair, a weapon made for mayhem indeed. Big steel chair shot down onto the body of Ellie Clark. And another. Hell in a Handbasket, letting all of her frustrations with the UCW World Class Women's Division out right here and right now. She wants Ellie Clark up on her feet, but Ellie Clark fights back, catches her with a big elbow. Hell in a Handbasket with a reversal of her own. Throws her into the ropes. Hell in a Handbasket. Ellie Clark caught her. Catches the punch to the gut. She's got her by the back of the head. Walking her into the corner. Big elbows connect from Ellie Clark. The kick up as well. On the shoulders. What's she looking for? Big knee. Hell in a Handbasket. Is that the finish? Is she the first ever UCW? Yes, she is. Your first ever UCW Women's Worldwide Champion has been crowned right here and right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hell in a Handbasket. The illustrious resume continues to grow as she adds the Women's Television Championship to her collection, as well as the in development Women's Worldwide Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an incredible UCW World Class. We had Hayden Hardaway take on Robert Turner in a one-on-one Extreme Rules match where Hayden Hardaway made it out with the victory the first time after my controller stopped messing up. We had Niles Kaplan win against Chris Majors and Bryce Caldwell. If you saw this match, it was clear from the beginning that Niles Kaplan was moving on a different level. Jonathan Cross beat Adam Thomas in my disappointment of the night. Probably a great match for everybody else, though. Jonathan Cross walks out with the W. Luis Sanchez retains the UCW Television Championship against Alex Hart. And Hell in a Handbasket becomes your first ever UCW Women's Worldwide Champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Don't change your television set.